Hey, good morning, YouTube. So, I know it's been a while since I last put some DIY work on my motorcycle, but I didn't because I didn't find any need for it until I realized this past rainy season that my exhaust, the part of it is really bare, the part of it is just metal. It's looking really rusty. I heard from a lot of my fellow riders that that's normal until the rust, the corrosion builds up or whatever, then it's gonna start protecting its own self or whatever. I don't know. So I thought that I will just do a thermal wrap around that area so that I can protect it from the weather, you know, because it's just when it gets obviously in like rainy season here is pretty long, and it just looks nasty when you see it. It just kind of takes off the look of the bike. It looks like you're not really caring for the bike when it's like all rusted up from the engine down to the stainless steel mid pipe and the stainless steel slip-on, So I figured that I'm just gonna do that, and I ordered a thermal wrap from Lazada, and I'm gonna go and install that. So there are some things that I need to consider in order to complete this DIY. First, should I remove the entire thing, the entire exhaust system, in order to wrap it good? And the answer to that is yes, okay? However, that's going to be a tough task, When I put my exhaust system together, when I disassembled it and I put it together, first of all, disassembling it was already tough. And to assemble it back is another thing. And then now I'm going to do that all over again. Makes me think that I should have wrapped this thing a long time ago. So I choose to do the correct but long route, okay? And looking at it, if I don't take it off, it's going to be hard to make loops around the pipe. And at the same time, I'm going to be dealing with a fiberglass fabric, and that's gonna either slap me in the face and it's gonna get itchy, or I'm gonna be all over it to the point where even if I have gloves on, it would still hit my arms and things like that. So that would I just want to avoid all of that, for a lot of things like health reasons, and also to do this thing correctly. Okay, so yeah, looking at it, I'm picking up the tools that I'm gonna be needing, and I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle the whole thing so I can wrap it nicely. And I would like to take you guys to this journey or this DIY in order for you to see how this thing is done properly, okay? So I'll see you in a little bit, okay? So as much as possible, do not touch this material, okay? So I'm gonna open this thing up and just kinda, well, let me put on some gloves then. Well, my gloves got a hole there. I use that for my when I'm operating my phone, but I won't be needing that finger. Okay, so right there, just put that in there and let it soak. And make sure you discard the wrappings and packagings that it came with. I have a dog here, so I know that he's going to be sniffing around and he's going to be itchy later on. So we'll just soak that for all the period of time that I'm dismantling the exhaust system, so that it's nice and wet later on when I wrap it around the pipes, okay? Alright guys, the first thing that I decided to do is to undo the O2 sensor. Why? Because once you undo the exhaust first, then it would be hard to hold on to this and undo that later while I got this thing, while I'm having the support of the screws up here. I can easily remove this. Okay, so I just use this vice grip, and there you go. Okay, so when you release that, just unscrew it, and it should come off fairly easy. Okay, be careful you untwisting all these wires. You know what, I'll do that later because I don't want to see this. If I keep on twisting this, I might twist the wires and ruin this this whole thing. I don't know how deep this thing goes in there, but oh, actually it's almost out. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, so there you have it. That's the O2 sensor. Okay, I don't know if that looks good, but that's how it looks like right now. Okay, all right, for this first screw right here, okay, we are going to use this wrench. Okay, same goes as before, tighty righty, lefty loosey. Really tight space. But you know, when you don't have the bike rack or bike stand, these are the things that you gotta do. Okay, all right, so that's pretty loose. Alright, there goes that bad boy. Now we're gonna go to the other side. And then for the other side, it gets easier because now I can use a socket. As you can see, there's more room here, and it's lower than the other side. So this one right here can be done with the okay. Damn, dude. Alright, so both of them are undone. Okay. Alright. So now that that's done, we're gonna go to the next part. Alright. So I need to undo this. Okay. This is what's holding the mid link of the pipe. Okay, I'm using my one hand
to give you guys the best view, or else my hands should have been, should be right in that middle holding on to this, but it's just we can still do it with one hand. So okay. I also realized that this got pretty loose in time, maybe because of all the vibrations. So no wonder I was hearing something when I was riding. Just couldn't figure out which one. Alright, you guys got the idea, so I'm going to use my other hand. All right, it's starting to shake and things are dropping. The spacer and the screw, got that. So as you can see, this is now just dangling. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna be removing is the Kaufman's exhaust, okay? All right. All right, so I need to use both hands on this because there's a lock in the back, okay? All right, guys, so the last thing that we're gonna be removing is the plate, okay? Why is this the last thing, okay? It only makes sense to do that because if I did this thing first, which a lot of people will probably do, the whole thing will fall off while you're while you're loosening everything else. So once that I've loosened everything else here that holds the whole pipe system, now I can undo this without, it didn't fall because this thing is still supporting that, okay? So now I'm gonna undo that. And I can actually catch this whole thing without a problem, okay? See? Voila. See that? I didn't drop it. So now I can do this thing and properly wrap it. Simple process, guys, when you do this thing systematically, okay?
All right, guys. Obviously, the next step is wrapping this thing up. Okay, I already have the wrapping right there. It's been soaking for a long while. So this will be by preference on how you guys want to wrap your pipe with this thermal wrap. Whether you want to go like this or that, okay, clockwise or counterclockwise, that's entirely up to you. But the main thing is, like, when you start this thing off, okay, you got to make sure that you're starting this thing off and making the first zip tie, metal zip tie, really tight, okay, so you can actually put some muscle into it when pulling this thing while wrapping, okay? So I'm not gonna say that I'm an expert on this, but this is my second time, and we'll just see. I'm just gonna be wrapping from here to here, okay? From here to here, okay? So we're gonna go on and do that right now, okay? All right, that wasn't too bad, but just to give you guys a quick recap. So probably the biggest thing is that make sure that once again you have the tools that you need, okay? I struggled with the wrapping part, actually the starting of the wrapping. That's what took a while. And also, you know, once you get to the end, you don't know if you're going to be short or you're going to be too much. So my first try I was short, and then my second try I was too much. But too much is better than short though, so I wrapped it up to that, and I didn't redo it. So successful installation and stuff. There was this one elbow part of the pipe that I couldn't get to even if I tried, so I sacrificed that little part just for the sake of the rest of the wrap, okay, to make it to give it a better result and stuff, okay. Other than that, guys, it was a pretty easy installation, I would say. You know, just make sure you're ready for it, okay. If you got some help, get some help. That would make the whole process simpler and easier and stuff, instead of using both hands to wrap it tight, okay. All right, other than that, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay subscribed, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe, okay. Bye.